Really good to meet you. We're so glad you're here.
Thanks for coming out, man.
Well, you've already seen the church. What do you think about it?
Wow. I mean, everyone keeps asking me these questions about how do I feel and what do I think. I don't even know if I can get words for it. I'm literally overwhelmed. I'm a big church person anyway. I connect to them. My mom, may she rest in peace, passed away, a good almost 10 years ago. When I come to churches, I feel her the most. So by being here today, by going through some things my family's happening to have just been going through, I know that she's here with me today. My band is here. We have so much new music. And so with that being a birth that's about to happen, what a better place to be than in a church with this music.
Right.
The history that's here. I've been finding out so many details about my own ancestral past that I was unaware of before I came here today.
Wow.
So all that, if I'm rolling it in a ball and answering how do I feel about being here, I guess I just have to say I don't know.
Perfectly expressed. So one thing that's different is typically we talk about the experience for an artist playing these shows. We've done 7, 8 now out here over a 5-year period, and the experience for the audience is something special to watch too, because they leave their normal day-to-day 9-to-5 life and they take about a 15-minute drive just outside of town. Cell phones don't really work. Old worn-in floors.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Yeah, I'm just joking.
I see what you did there. But they don't have that LA technology here in Charleston, out in Berkeley County. Anyway, so there's something for the performer too that happens in a room like this, where everything's kind of stripped bare.
Yeah.
It's just you in the room, and that's a character in playing this room as well.
Right. So what do they say about the feeling of it?
Similar to how you honestly expressed yourself.
Yeah.
Every artist we brought in, big or small, they leave with that, wow, there was this kind of other thing at play there, whether it's spiritual, whether it for them, or whether it was just something deeper, something a little more heavy, and that they weren't quite expecting, which is not just the church and the history. It's also the connection with all of that and these human beings who are hearing their story. That's huge, big. Right?
And I think the way that you described it's perfect, and that's exactly why we wanted to have it. You could do concerts in Charleston, all kind of really cool places, right? But in this space, there's a thinness, isn't there? There's a thinness between our world and where your mother is.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right? There's a thinness. And see, y'all are musicians, I'm not. But we're in the same business of bringing what's up there to bear right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's what good music is. That's what the power is. It's like God's breaking through, the spiritual realm's breaking through into right here. That's it. Yeah, you're breaking out of the transcendent into our immanent world.
I like that whatever you did was you transcended from a bigger being into us, opposed to only from us to the bigger being.
Oh, no, because see, that's what's crazy about y'all as artists is see, mine's already written, right? I just tell you what's already in the book. Whereas y'all take that and you think about, but like y'all tap into what's happening, and then y'all have the privilege of seeing that. Shane always says you can have your finger on the pulse of stuff in a way, and you bring that to bear right here. And we've seen it too, is like people come to these things. Shane has this great phrase. He says that this Stack show, people don't know how much that they needed it. And they come and then they leave transformed because they've experienced something that was more than just a show.
Yeah, but it's so funny. Maybe as artists we might describe it as the opposite of what you just said, because I think that the real glory in being a great messenger of religion or spirituality is that you're creating a new way for it to be heard. Otherwise, people just tune out. So it's not just repeating what's been written, because that's really when religion slows down, I think. You know what I mean? And for me, I think about it, what we do, artists, I think about it coming from the gods myself. And so I think about us as really just repeating stuff that's been said, we're just saying it differently.
Different way, yeah, putting our own voice to it, right?
Yeah.
But when you see this room, you see this space, how does that make you think we're going to do what we translate what we normally do on a big rock and roll show?
What we love about in Troubland, which is what we call Vintage Troubland.
Yeah.
In our earlier shows and most shows ever since, we have this expression that, like church, you come dressy, leave messy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because the churches I grew up in, we left messy.
Yeah.
I don't know about what your church is like. I don't know why I just
Depends
assumed
on
it
the
wasn't
day.
the same way. But right, we're close, right. Yeah, but like, you know, come dressy, leave messy. So when I see a place like this, especially we're seeing it, you know, we're during this pandemic, whatever, so it's not full of people.
Right.
It's empty.
Yeah.
So I told the guys this morning when we were talking, I said, the idea is for us to be in this place and for us to conjure.
Yeah.
Not conjure just within ourselves an amount of energy, but also to conjure the feeling of whatever has been lying dormant in here without these people being full.
Right.
To fill it up.
Right.
Raise that back up.
Yeah.
So when I look at this place that feels white-walled,
Right.
and but not Caucasian walled, white-walled.
Right.
When I'm white-walled and empty, it makes me think about wanting to get the band in there, make it full
something
of
to it.
color,
Yeah.
make it warm up, metaphorically, I want as if someone was looking from the outside for they to see the walls swelling.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of energy we want to put in here. And then if we can do that, what we will get as far as empowerment of knowing we made that happen is probably something that our hearts have needed for the last year, if not our lives.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. And I think why it's so exciting to have you here right now, Ty, is that as you heard from Mr. Frazier, so much non-love has happened around here, right? And so to have you come in, have you perform, have you, to use your words, conjure up the original spirit of this place. Yeah, the original spirit of this place is a redemption. And I think that is a big part of why we're so excited to be part of what's happening here, is that this is a redemptive moment for all the ways that the church has failed, that a human hearts have failed. What a great way to just redeem all of that.
And for me, I don't even like to think about the word failed because that has to do with shame. And so, but I think about it as, that's why I said lying dormant. All these things that from the church, from the people outside of the churches, what we've not allowed to be evident, that is just supposed to be evident. You know what I mean?
How might you feel by performing in this sacred space?
There's a character to it.
The magic of the place would really start speaking to you.
You're not only watching a performance, you're watching history and you're feeling it.
I'm literally overwhelmed.
I feel love.
Goosebumps the whole time.
The audience, the venue, and the artist, when they hit just right, can really spark mystery and magic.